welcome to the Free Cheese episode 291. I'm your Joe Dix, joined by Matt Stoner.
Hello.
Marc Augustiniak.
Beep boop, I'm a drone.
The Free Cheese is a weekly video game podcast about video games brought to you once a week by thefreecheese.com. I thought this week that I wrote down, or I'd saved something because I had like a topic of the week or something, and I was like, all right, where's that note? And then I just saw this note from 2 weeks ago that says whipped cream in traffic. Which reminds me, I watched a man huffing whipped cream in traffic.
Well, that answered my question, because I was going to ask if somebody was doing it with it.
Yep. Yeah, fully.
All right.
Bright and early, too. Like 7:30 in the morning, just sitting behind me. Just
Is this the same guy who, like, threw up on the side of the
different.
road?
No. That guy was in, like, a late model Mustang. This one was in, like, a fucking 84 Buick. Maroon. Which, I mean, I didn't have to say that. You knew already, but.
It sets the time of when that car was purchased.
Of course.
Probably.
How you guys doing? You guys huffing any whipped cream this week?
No.
No?
No.
Got a haircut?
I did get a haircut, yeah. Much needed. I don't think I got it cut before or since Christmas.
Really?
Maybe.
Dang.
I haven't
It's been a while.
I haven't had mine cut since, like, September.
That's intentional, though.
Yeah.
You're, like, going for it.
Well, it was trimmed.
Trimmed.
I didn't have it cut.
Against your
since-
will?
Oh, when I was doing that wedding, I trimmed it. But before that, I was letting it grow since not this past Christmas, but before the one before.
Jeez. How's the in-between stages?
Oh, I hate it.
Yeah.
You're gonna be seeing a hat for probably another year. Just It's like
If I could wake up tomorrow and it'd be back, I'd do it. But I can't do the in-between shit.
it's starting to get a little better because like the part that's going like past the ears is finally. But I'm getting like the lax cabbage going on, and
Yeah.
it's fine. Like it'll start out curling upward, but then eventually it'll just come back down.
Yeah.
And we're gold from there. Goldilocks.
Maybe I'll.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
I don't know, man. There's a lot of things I've been doing lately I never thought I'd do again, but that's what happens when you buy a couple cans of whipped cream. You know what I'm saying? How's GameCube going?
I haven't tested it since Monday,
But Monday it was good.
but Monday was the second day where I actually played it for a couple hours and like everything was running pretty smoothly. Game Boy player is working too. Everything's nice. HDMI adapter is beautiful.
Nice.
Yeah, so far so good.
Good.
And then I finished my Game Boy Color.
Yeah, the Game Boy Horror.
Yeah, just waiting for a display stand.
It looks cool.
Yeah,
Rose Colored Gaming got that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's a beard hair inside this Moby Dick book. Wonder where that came from. What about you? What's going on over your way?
Day full of drinking yesterday. I'm feeling pretty good.
You were like, you guys should come out. I'm going to be there from like 1 to 4.
That was the intention and the goal.
Mm-hmm.
And then what did I say? 3 to 1 a.m.? 1:30-ish?
Yeah, you said whatever time I was texting you is when I left the bar. And I said, oh, that was like 1:46.
Holy shit! I didn't wake up till like 2. But
Yesterday?
yeah, but
Yeah.
like to be out for that long, I would have been dead.
Yeah. I mean, I went out for my brother's little birthday lunch for an hour, and I was dead. But,
I mean, unless I just stuck to like one thing. Did you just stick to like one drink, or did you have like whatever, like shots?
No,
beer?
I did stick with one drink.
See,
I
that's
went
good,
in.
that's
I
good.
went in. Yeah.
that's what I did round 2 of the all-day drinking last year. Remember that? At the old, the Fall-tober thing? Whatever the fuck we did?
Oktoberfest.
That one. That one I had a beer, water. Like, I was spacing it out. The one in May, it was just, can we empty this truck any faster? And then that's what happens. That's when you turn into 50 Tyson.
And here's pregame for the glory days.
Oh yeah, I had to.
That's all that.
I had to get ready.
That's
for
all.
that.
That's all. Brew or Oktoberfest is just a giant pregame for the glory days.
I can't wait. We got what? 2 months?
It's close.
Yeah, it's creeping.
It's real close.
Mm-mm-mm.
The one in May, what you had to be careful with that one. It was extremely hot, so you had to stay hydrated.
Yeah, I didn't do that.
No,
Just drank.
I
Had that spicy chocolate.
I forgot about that spicy chocolate. That was good. Yeah, you have to stay hydrated. You did that last time. I did not, but it was not hot. It was like today's weather, kind of, wasn't it?
I don't remember.
What are you saying up for? It's fine out.
It's 42.
It does not feel like 42. It feels more
The
like
only
in the
time I
50s.
felt is when I opened the door to let the dogs out.
See, I should have done that, but like I just looked at my phone and was like, feels like 37. I'm like, well, great, time to layer the fuck up. So I'm
Yeah.
wearing like a t-shirt, a thermal, hoodie.
It was windy, too windy yesterday. I
Oh.
didn't care for that.
I'm a brittle person.
It was windy, but we were in a tent that was heated, so
Wait, this thing you went to was outdoors?
it was part of it was outdoors. Yeah,
Oh, for Christ's sake.
like a whole side parking lot. This place. It's called a Looney's Pub. There's a few of them in the area. The one we were at used the parking lot to the side and put up some tents.
That sounds
I can
like a
imagine a
mess.
couple of places doing that.
Hmm.
Because, I mean, it makes sense. Getting it overpacked, you know?
Yeah, I guess.
Was it heated by everyone's farts? That's what I think.
No, it was actually heated. Now there were a couple farts that just lingered for way too long, and we have no idea where they came from.
Yeah, I mean, how could you?
I will gladly admit if it was me, but it was not, sadly.
I'd love if you could trace it back somehow. If you could figure it out. Like,
Just get thermal vision.
that's the one. She did it.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah. Hot damn. Speaking of farts in little tents, have you guys played any video games this week?
Yeah.
What?
Kinda.
Kinda? What kind of video games y'all playing?
Mark, you go first. You actually play stuff.
So, I guess this might be a tease at some point for viewers of the channel. But we played some Ape Out.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
it should be. It's up on the website as of Friday.
Okay.
Yeah.
I forgot when it was going up.
Yeah.
I continued. So first album is done. There was only like 2 more levels after what we did.
Is it 4 on each side? Is that kind of how they
I
split it
think
up?
so.
Cool.
And now
Hold
I'm on.
on, pause. Could
Okay,
you
yeah.
describe Ape Out for someone
sure.
who's never seen it?
Ape Out is a top-down, very minimalistic game visually and control-wise, where you're just a gorilla breaking out of this cage, escaping through all these levels.
It's just a gorilla.
You're like,
You are the gorilla.
yeah, it's like it's very
I don't know.
I don't know what to describe it other than minimalistic because like
Yeah, no, it's
enemies are one color, you're one color, the level's another. All the music is dynamic jazz drums depending on how you play.
that's the coolest part about it. It's just the way that the percussion comes in as you play.
Yeah, it works.
You should take Joe's recommendation to play with headphones. Because the way our
Ooh, I
setup
did not.
is. The way our setup is, we couldn't really. We could hear the audio, but it wasn't loud. But Joe had headphones on and heard it and recommended it almost like right away.
It's
I left my headphones at work, so maybe one of the nights coming up, I'll try it.
it's good. It was just like you could really get lost in it, I think.
Cause like towards the end, they started changing the visuals to make it a little more difficult. Like it was like lights out, guerrilla radio.
Yes.
So second album is so by the first album you make it out jungle the end.
Oh,
Cool.
good.
I was like
The albums are the levels, correct?
yeah, it's
It's
like,
like the worlds.
Yeah.
yeah. So I'm calling that first album just like chapter 1,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like 8 levels in it. And then chapter 2, it's like a different story. You're in this tower building in the city, and you are making your way down.
Town.
Yep.
Walking fast.
Oh yeah. I forget the rest of
Are you
the
homebound?
Trying to get there. I think
Okay.
that's the goal.
All right. Yeah, you got it.
But like when you when you break out of the first level, you see the city from the top view down, and you can knock people out the windows.
Oh, cool.
And they added more henchmen that have machine guns now,
Not cool.
and also little dudes who run away from you. They have like just like a pistol, but like they're like afraid of you.
Oh,
So
okay.
they'll still shoot when they can, but they'll also run away from you.
All right.
And
They're like the grunt in Halo, if you would.
kind of, yeah.
I think that's cool because that was the one thing in the first level. Like we only saw 2 enemy types, or maybe 3.
Yeah.
And then to add more, like it just gives you more to think about as you're moving through each stage.
It looks like there's more albums after this one too. Like there might be 2 more.
That's cool.
But I think I got almost halfway through the second album, but it got to a point where now there are snipers you just see a line going through the windows, and it's
That's
like, okay,
stupid.
this is very reminiscent of Hotline Miami, believe it or not.
Yeah.
So, I'm really digging it. It's a fun little game. Like I'm really enjoying the more games that just get right to it. You know what I mean?
Oh, I love that. That's my favorite
Very
thing.
very arcadey.
Yep.
I guess that's the best way to describe him. From there, I finally got my flip grip.
Nice.
I had to email them again, and then like it arrived like the next day.
I
was
wonder
like,
what happened.
I don't know, just get lost in the mix. It's the story of my life.
Oh.
But yeah, so I wanted to try it out.
Yeah.
I bought Arcade Classics Punch Out.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's okay.
Yeah, it's good. It's just not.
I'm a fan of Punch Out. So
Yeah. I bought that when it
that.
came out. I dicked around with it a little bit, but the sprites are huge. It looks really good in
it feels nice.
Tate mode.
I already had Donkey Kong, so I was playing that a little bit, and I was like, "What else is there?" And then Retronauts has a website
Yes.
with an updated list.
Yep.
So I put that in my favorites on my phone.
Yep.
And I was like, "Okay, let me look at these." And then I saw Downwell,
Yeah, that's the jam.
$2.99.
Yep.
I was like, "All right, let's do this." I really like Downwell.
It's especially with the flip grip, right?
Yep.
It like that. It was made. I think the flip grip was made to play that fucking game.
It's so simplistic and fast paced. It's just, but it provides enough of a challenge for you to keep going.
Yeah.
Because that little progress bar you're filling unlocks different styles and,
That's it.
and color palettes.
Oh my god, the color palettes are the best.
I think I have up to like 7 right now, which is like the last one was like it was like a Game Boy like background, but with pink
Yeah.
sprites.
Yeah.
Eh.
The last one.
I don't know how many there are.
I don't
but-
either. I think I'm up to like 17 or 18.
Okay. Right now, my favorite is Matcha,
Yeah, I go back to that one a
which
lot.
is the white and green.
That one's pretty good. I also like there's a couple in the mid-teens that are really cool, like these weird pastel looking things. I'm
Like
not usually a fan of pastels, but
Yeah.
something they do there works for me.
Like the Game Boy one is fine, but things don't stick out as much.
Mm.
Because with me, when I had original Game Boy, I put that contrast
Oh yeah,
almost all the way to the max, to where I like my sprites dark.
yeah.
And so things get kind of lost because things don't contrast as much.
Did you try the 1-bit yet? Did you unlock that?
1-bit, no.
That's a fucking nightmare.
And Virtual Boy one was okay, but then it was kind
Yeah.
of rough later on.
Yeah, a little bit.
But yeah, so I just keep going back to Matcha.
Yeah, it's a good. Yeah,
Even like middle of the night, I was staying up. I was like,
Dude,
yeah, I want to get
it's-
back into it.
Yep,
That's a good. Is that on phones?
it
Yes.
is.
But it probably doesn't play the same.
It doesn't feel quite as good.
I can't imagine because
It-
like
it is,
'cause-
like,
'cause
it was-
I need that
It
control.
was made
you know?
for the phone. It was designed for that, and then ported everything after the fact.
Yeah.
I just feel like the precision you get with the buttons is way better than
Yeah, just aiming with the
'Cause it's
joystick
a-
alone.
it's just a left and a right button on the bottom of the screen, and then you're just tapping
Okay, yeah.
any. Yeah,
Definitely need that screen size.
you have a favorite weapon?
The puncher,
Yeah, that's a really good one.
which is just like
Just
it's just like a shotgun burst, but like
But it's
super huge.
yeah,
But then when you get the power ups of like when you break the blocks and bullet casings all shoot back up as extra like bullets for you, it's nice.
just put Spelunky on Switch, and then my life will be complete.
But a favorite thing was the drone or the drone power up.
Yeah,
That's
the
why,
one from
that's why I said
Mythology.
beep boop. I'm a drone earlier.
that okay.
That's what it says when you get it.
Yes,
And getting a balloon just doesn't do anything.
it does, but I don't remember what.
Or does it take like a hit for you? Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's either that or it explodes. I can't remember.
Well, somebody popped. I was like, well, all right. Glad I picked this power up.
I think it does.
Doesn't do anything.
I can't remember.
Yeah, but, that's a fun little game for anybody. That's good price. No reason not to check it out.
It's on. I mean, I think it's best on Switch with a flip grip, but I think anything you play it on, you have a good time.
Yeah.
I got it when I first played it.
Even if you have like an iPhone stand or something, or just a phone stand, you could probably put it on that and just have a wireless Joy-Con like sideways or something.
Oh, for your Switch? Yeah.
Yeah, like if you don't have the flip grip.
Yeah, you don't need the
Like-
flip grip. Yeah, no. I bought the I don't think I have it. I bought like a dumb little Switch stand prior to the flip grip being a thing.
Yeah. Flip grip's like what, $10?
Something like that. Yeah.
It's cheap.
It's I think it's cool too. Oh man, Downwell's real good. Now you got me fucked up.
So yeah, those are good. We all played a bit of Halo 3.
We did. We started that this week. Or
That was earlier this week.
Yeah, it feels like it
Forgot.
was 2 weeks ago. The game's good. The game's a lot easier with 3 people on Legendary than 1 person on
I forgot we were
Heroic.
doing Legendary.
Yeah, I did too, because we zipped through it so quickly.
Yeah, finding all the skulls.
What's the name of that highway? Savo?
Savo Highway.
Yeah.
That's a cakewalk.
It was yes. It shouldn't have been.
Comparatively, yes.
Yeah,
to what it.
God,
I remember it being the first time I played it.
Yep.
Oh.
when I did that a year ago by myself, it was just fuck you.
Yeah. That's
It's
good.
fun though,
I'm
man.
enjoying that. Yeah, we need to get back and finish that.
We got to finish the fight, and then we got to see Halo. I'm excited to see the next generation of Halo because you guys haven't seen it.
Right.
I started it.
You started 4,
Yeah.
but yeah, I'm curious. Real curious.
Yeah, so is 4, is that something I should start by myself or go in just co-op normally?
That's what I was actually going to ask you at some point. I didn't know if you were going to try to play through it first and then we all do it co-op. Because I guess I've never played through the whole thing of 4.
It's up to you guys. I don't want to take the experience away from you if you want to do it by yourselves.
How short is it?
I don't remember.
I feel like it has to be the similar length of the other ones.
I think it's a little bit longer than 3 for sure.
I don't know. I would look at the pars. The par scores are actually pretty good tellers.
Yeah.
Like me, I know like I usually average about like 5 or 10 minutes above par score when I'm playing by myself.
Yeah.
So
I will I'll look up the thing and see how long it is. I honestly, like, for me, looking back, I wouldn't have wanted to play through it single player and then jump right back in co-op. But you're not going to offend me if we end up not playing a co-op right away. It's not a big deal. But I feel like it's not a thing. I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe
maybe I should just jump into a co-op. I feel like I'm on this train or I'm riding this wave,
Yeah.
and when the wave crashes, I think it's
Yeah.
gonna crash hard. So I think I want to do it while the wave's
Yeah.
hot.
Right. Just I guess just when the cutscenes happen, it's like whoosh.
yeah, obviously.
We did that shit in Destiny.
I got that.
But then again, it was Destiny, so I
Yeah.
didn't care.
Yeah, no. No, but I got the little mute button on my controller.
I do too.
And that's when the controls change, right? That's when like left trigger is to aim.
Yes, but you can revert it.
I
in
think
Western
I made it all universal by accident. All the control schemes.
Oh, you can reset that.
Hmm.
But what do you have it set as? The modern style or the classic?
The thing is the classic, where like RBs to reload,
Yeah.
because it was fucking me up with the other stuff we were playing.
Yeah, I was playing something.
But it's fine.
Oh, I jumped into yesterday or last night. I didn't know what to play, so I jumped in and I did a couple multiplayer rounds. And I hadn't touched Halo since playing like some Apex a little bit or whatever. And I went to go aim down the scope and I started throwing grenades. I was like, wait, fuck, hold on. It's fucked. But yeah, then I got back in the rhythm and then everything else is broken.
Nice.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing more of that.
I guess to top it off, my highlight of the hour is Payday 2.
That is a game, man. I forgot John Wick was in that. That's fucking cool.
I think the one of the musicians that provides music for both the movie and that game, is the same person.
That's cool.
Lake Castlevania or whatever.
Yeah.
Because I saw some on like a Spotify list. I saw that
Oh,
he did music for John Wick soundtrack.
interesting. That makes sense. And that's why there's the little mask in there. And okay, I get it.
Yeah.
That game has way more depth and variety than I thought it would.
I knew when I played when I was out on, I mean it's still out on PC, but when I was playing it on PC,
Yeah.
I knew that game was a lot to it. It seemed like the kind of game where if you weren't somebody who played a lot of games and you invested time into one, that would be one of those games, because there's just so much you can do.
Yeah.
At least with like customization.
Yeah.
And it felt overwhelming on PC because I just didn't know what to do. The tutorial didn't do a good job of telling me what was
It's I didn't do the safe house tutorial. I want to say I've done it in the past, but I know
You can
like,
go back to it if you want. It literally just like it shows you how to walk and pick up a bag.
But then if you go back, you can explore more. And
Yeah,
it teaches you more. Or you can do 2 basic missions. And they give you a character and loadout and everything. You can't pick who you want to be or anything. They tell you that, and it's like it's fine. It's pretty simple as a game. I didn't realize, so I should have been overwhelmed, I guess. They just do a bad job of explaining things.
It's just I think they give you so much up front. Like they just let you jump right in if you
Yeah.
want to, and I think that part can be overwhelming. But the same time, I did like being able to not have to go through a bunch of bullshit to be able to play.
Right. I didn't realize you have 2 accounts for money. So like when we did the Halamami mission, I didn't know that was using your offshore bank account.
Yeah.
It wasn't using your actual spending money. I was like, okay.
What do you do with the offshore account?
That is to buy contracts.
Oh, okay.
That's basically what that's for.
Oh.
Because there is
it
a
doesn't
story.
go back into the safe house at all?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not too sure. Because there is a story.
Yeah.
I don't know how to approach it. I don't know if buying contracts. I don't know if they get checked off after you do them.
Yeah, I didn't check after we did that hotline one.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, because I know I can kind of pick up the pieces from like what happened in the first one, and I know outside of the game there's a lot of live action like little mini movies and trailers and stuff that kind of tie things together too. So I like that you can tell they have a budget with this.
Yeah.
In a way, like everything is very cinematic. Like you see the actors in game, the live action, they have provided voices. A lot of crossovers with other games, cross promoting or movies.
So yeah, there's a lot.
There's so much to it. And after us 3 stopped playing, the next day, me and other friend Joe, I got him to start playing, and I picked a mission we didn't do before, but like I was finding ones that were easy but had a high reward.
Yeah.
Like over $500,000.
Oh wow, yeah.
In reward. And it was this car heist. It was very low security, but we could not get the cops involved. So once the cops came, there was a timer. You failed.
Oh shit.
So the point was
I played this one.
Yeah, the point is to get the manager's key card, find some computer, hack the thing to find the keys, steal a car, and drive away.
The majority of that's
like
on the second floor, right?
Like
the showrooms on the first floor, and then yep.
Oh, I like that.
That's a tough mission.
It took us a couple tries, but we didn't want to give up. So to figure out how everything works. I was like, do we have to take out like all these guards because one of them's going to call the cops?
Yeah.
And we managed to, after a while, like I thought when one person put their mask on, everybody puts on by default.
Mm-mm.
Joe just had his on to hack this way to get in throughout the back door, and then I finally got a way to get around to get the manager's key card without alarming any security. But I ran out of zip ties because I freaked out 2 other people.
Oh.
So I had to wait for him to come up and zip tie the person, and then somehow, by the time we got caught, we had plenty of time to get out of there. But it took us a couple tries, but it felt nice because we were already, all right, I know what's gonna happen. This is gonna trigger this event. This is gonna trigger this event. You can't exactly like speed run it per se because it's still you're doing the same objectives, but the way they place them in a level is always different.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, okay.
You always know you have to do ABC.
You always have to go to a storage room to get a key card or to get the keys to the car, but you don't know if it's on the first floor or the second floor.
Got it.
And all that stuff. And it's like, okay, that's nice.
Well, that's what I said earlier about the fact that there's so much mission variety. Like that game lives or dies by the fact that you don't know what you're walking into and that kind of collective puzzle solving you have to do. Each time we went into a thing, like, wait, what do we do here? Oh, okay, this one we have to do this thing. Like the core gameplay hooks are all similar. It's just a matter of which order do we do it in? What's the objective? What's the fail state?
Yeah. And then also like, depending on how you customize your character, because you can be any character, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But then you have your skill trees or whatever they're called, like your skills.
Did they change per character?
No.
Okay, I was making sure.
You can have, I think that's why you have multiple profiles, because I think you can save different types of skill trees depending on your points where you spend them.
Okay.
So I'm playing as Jacket because in Miami, duh.
Yeah.
And I went to look up a video to see how would you translate him into this game as authentic as possible. So I watched a video of somebody who built a whole thing based around him.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to follow that, and I'm leveling up like in every section. I have a skill point somewhere.
Oh wow!
So and it feels nice. The more I go with it, the more you level up and everything.
Can you get everything? Is there a cap to?
I'm sure there is. It seems like there would be. I don't know because your max level is 100, but it looks like there might be something like prestiging.
Okay.
So I'm not sure.
Because I just started I know you can like reset the skill tree whenever you want, but I was dumping points in like all of the ghost category, just like leveling it all the way up, and then kind of going back through and trickling in points here and there.
Yeah, I thought about doing that, but now I'm starting to spread everything. It's starting to feel more well-rounded. Like the gameplay's a lot different now. Like it feels nice.
It's cool that there's actually impactful changes.
And and the grinding doesn't feel boring because of this. And that's cool. With like the random missions you can pick up with difficulty. Like I started doing like one skull missions.
Yeah.
Because like no skulls feels a little too easy now.
Yeah. Because we did a 1 skull, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know if we passed.
We were probably a little underprepared, but I think we still made it out.
Yeah.
But like you start to notice your ammo is not as full by the end. Because I did a 2-day one with Joe where we went into the FBI friggin' headquarters or a headquarters of the FBI and just lit up everybody.
Oh yeah, as you do.
And that was getting tough, but I had a shotgun finally that has where I put a mod on it where it can pierce through those shields.
Oh,
so
cool.
I have a double barrel.
The carry shield. That's cool.
So double barrel reloads super quick and just and then
oh man,
it felt nice.
That's cool.
It feels real good.
Because I was always just kind of like sprinting past him and hitting him in the back a little bit.
Yeah. And yeah, it just the longer like it's weird because usually those kind of games get me like, I gotta grind for this stuff, but like it doesn't feel boring at all to me. It doesn't feel overwhelming. I like it. Yeah. I like how each mission is its own like individual kind of like little story. So like you're not really missing out on too much if you just want to play the game just to play the game.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's real nice to jump into. I'm happy that's on Game Pass.
Yeah, I wanted to try it for a while, and when it got announced for Switch, we were all like, yeah, and then the Switch Online stuff was like, what's happening?
Yeah.
So this works out. Matt?
Auto chess.
Oh, God. Period?
Kinda. Not to spoil
yeah.
future news,
yes.
but it's nice to see like every week there's a major patch to the game to rework some of the classes and even buff and nerf some heroes and stuff.
Is that what they're doing this week?
They did one after that news.
Oh, got it.
I think that was intentionally planned.
When is it? Oh, it's just all right. Well, we'll talk about that in news
Yeah.
later, but some changes coming to auto chess, so we'll see. Still good. I mean, anything new in that department? Or
No, man, it's just a good game.
Right.
It's a really good and addicting game that takes about 40 fucking minutes.
Man. How many matches you doing a night now? 1, 2?
Usually like 1 or 2. It depends if like I'm off the next day. Like, if I'm off the next day, I'm just chilling and going to like 1 or 2 in the morning.
Man,
it's addicting.
Man.
I also started fucking around that solitaire too on the phone.
You're
getting
welcome.
those achievements.
It's pretty good. It's been my new bedtime game.
Yeah, that's what. After auto chess, 15 minutes or so until like I'm like nodding my head off.
Yep.
I'm like, all right, time.
Put
bed.
the phone on the charger. Go to bed.
Turn on Twitch. Watch auto chess. Fall asleep.
What the fuck? I can't.
That's what I do.
Oh my gosh. I got into the Mortal Kombat 11 beta.
Congrats, I guess. I don't know.
It's really good. I dug through all of the like stuff. There's no like NDA or anything, so I think I can talk about it. People are streaming it, so
You're streaming it. You can talk about it.
No, I saw somebody on Twitter said that for people who are feeling a little overwhelmed with the controls because it's kind of alien at the moment, they provided like a video to explain all that.
Cool.
On like how everything works.
Akko sent me from a Discord he's in. Someone wrote down on like pen and paper all of the movesets for the characters because that's the in the beta. There's no
or whatever.
All the menus are there as they will be at launch, or as I presume they will be, but you can't actually go into the tutorial. It's all redded out. But man, this is gonna be a good game, I think. This beta build has 3 characters: Baraka, Scarlet, and Scorpion. They do let you jump into the customization, and they spell customization the right way with a K. Also, bonus points, like any opportunity they could use a K, they really did. Because there's some times where you're like, that should be good. You could have, but no, they put it in. So I got a little bit more of an understanding on how that customization works. Did you guys dick around with that at all in Injustice 2? Changing suits around?
A little bit.
It's a little more, I don't know if streamline's the right word, but a little bit. Like in Injustice 2, you kind of had, it was all like a list, right? So you'd click Batman from the list and Batman would expand, and then you would see a list of Wayne Tech Gadget 4 armor, and you'd click that and you have to wait for it to render and then it would appear. This is all grid based. So you have all these different mask styles, and they're all on the screen, and you can kind of see what it is and what it'll do. The way that customization works in this, it's a little more. It's really refined from Injustice, honestly. Like it just feels so much more. I don't know. Well intentioned.
Fluid.
Yeah, it just works really well. So you've got 3 different pieces you can customize per character, and those are going to vary per character. I assume that like Raiden will have a hat you can change, right? But for Scarlet, for example, you can change her face mask, you can change the knife that she carries, and you can change the vial of blood that she drinks from. Different designs and whatever. You can change the character's skin, and that not like their skin, but like their what they're wearing. And that could vary. That's where they get into the weird classic style shit versus whatever. They get into some of the weird costumes and all that stuff.
I saw that Boone's Mane made it in there,
and
it wasn't supposed to.
I didn't know that.
Because he tweeted, it was like, damn it. Like he had like a facepalm moment.
You can change their intro and their victories cinematics. And I assume you unlock different ones of those. That's cool. Then you can change their finishers. So the finishers is broken into 3 categories. You can change their fatality, their brutality, and the end of round taunts that they perform.
So does the input for them change?
I assume so, but that was the one thing in this. Like, there's no definition of how to do the fatalities or any of that. I did see a list somewhere of how to do brutalities, or I think it might have shown the brutalities in the game. So I did one of those by accident, but it was there, or maybe that might have been on the Akko pen and paper thing. But yeah, it was an online beta where you were fighting online. I am very bad at that game, but what I liked about it is they show as you're finding a match whether they're wired or wireless. So you can immediately opt in or decline. Like if you kind of both know.
Can they pull out the wire last minute, or
right,
do they have to go upstairs?
But that was nice to know, because I've definitely had some Injustice matches where I load into it thinking like, here we go, and then like it's just their connection's so spotty, it sucks.
Well, it's a stress test, right? So
for sure, but even in a final release, sometimes someone with shitty internet,
it's hard to prevent that.
It doesn't feel great when you're on the bad end of it. But this was pretty good. I got like my biggest problem was that I didn't know what I was doing, but that's not the game's fault. It's my fault because I don't.
I'm sure millions share your.
Well, it was
experience.
I think for this, I'm just coming off of Dead or Alive 6, which I'm still playing, so my fingers were all like twisted. I'm trying to play Dead or Alive 6, and I'm not playing Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat, there's no back to block. It's right trigger or left trigger, R2, L2. So it's always been that way. So I'm hitting back and nothing's happening, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then the punching in this is, I can't remember, I thought MKX did it the Injustice way. I might be wrong, but in Injustice, it would be your square, triangle, X, circle is light, medium, heavy ability is circle. In this, it's front punch, back punch, front kick, back kick.
Punch.
I assume it's I think it's a stance thing, like like which
gotcha.
Yeah, left or right basically. But that was fucking me up for a little bit, and I wasn't sure. I was trying to like pull back some of my like Injustice combos, like get that muscle memory going, and it wasn't quite there. And I slowly got there a little bit with some of the stuff. And then Akko's list of fun made it a little bit easier to toy around with. But I played mostly as Scarlet. She's really hard to play as. And I say that after jumping into Scorpion and being like, oh my fucking god, like it was just a like huge relief. Just I felt more. He was easier to control and pull things off than she was.
As he probably should be.
Yeah, right. He's the Ryu, but but she's so much fun. Like,
cool. And
she's fucking dope, dude. Like, she hits you and then blood comes out of you, and then she takes your blood and turns it into a scythe and then cuts you with it. I mean, that's kind of fucking cool.
That's you in a nutshell.
That's basically everything. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. I'm gonna try to. I got to pick a platform, and then I'm gonna pre-order it, so I can get into that second round of the beta. I don't know. Like, I still don't know if I want it on Switch or not. Like, I do, but
that wouldn't be my first choice.
No, that's gonna be my I want to play more of this game while I'm on the couch in my hands. But I just don't know if I'm gonna go PlayStation or Xbox yet. I played the beta on Xbox, and it was good.
Right.
I liked it. I like that D-pad a lot on that one controller for fighting games, but I don't know. I gotta make up my mind. I'm just buying both. Fuck it.
I mean, most of my games are probably gonna be default Xbox just because.
The X.
I mean, between the contract and it being the X.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna support it as much as I can.
Yeah, I've also, outside of Mortal Kombat this weekend, throughout the week, I've slowly tried to get back into Hollow Knight, and it's just not. I don't know, something about that game.
That's a shame.
It is such a
because you were like all for it.
I was so there. It just doesn't. I don't know what it is. I really I don't.
Maybe you're just not in the right mood for it.
It's not about mood.
No,
because I've gone to it so many different times. It's. There's a point where.
A child becomes a man.
Yes. Well, what is a man? So I ended up playing a lot of Symphony of the Night this weekend. I started on Xbox because you and I played the Castlevania.
Oh, right.
Harmony of Despair.
After
that came out on back compat, and I was like, I should just play Symphony of the Night also. So I did that, and I am right at the end of the first castle, and playing that. Now, granted, I know that game. I'm literally running through it in my head. I'm like, oh, there's a power up in this candle. I know that game so well at this point. Maybe it's a little unfair, but I also feel like that game always kind of pushes you in the right direction when you're not the longest time when I got stuck in Symphony of the Night years and years and years ago. You would get. It was at the blue doors, right? You know what I'm talking about? Magically sealed doors. And it would just say these doors are sealed by magic.
You need missiles.
And you would get to a certain point where you just kind of get pushed into the library, and you get pushed to the librarian, and you read through, and then you find the Jewel of Opus. It always kind of got you in the right direction. Even I was stuck at some point, and I was like, what am I missing? And then I hold left trigger, and I look on the map, and there's a little tiny notch that I didn't get yet. And I'm like I know there's the one part. I don't know if you guys remember this game as stupidly as I do, but
I have hardly touched it.
There's a part in the catacombs, not the catacombs. Yes, the catacombs. Either way, where there's Donkey Kong shows up. It's an ape skeleton is the name of the enemy, and he's carrying a flaming barrel.
Oh wow!
And you need him to throw it at a bridge to break the bridge so you can jump down. And he wouldn't spawn. And I was like, how the fuck do I do that? And I was like, oh wait, I think I should go to the other side of the waterfall. Because that's the one spot I haven't been on this whole fucking map, but I can't get there yet because I don't have the bat. And I was like, okay, I got to get the bat. Where's the bat? Oh, right. I never went back to the library. And it was just all those things, I know where to go. And even if I don't, the map kind of shows you.
Yeah.
Hollow Knight just doesn't have that. It's there's those parts where I look at the map, and the map you kind of fill out as you go, but not in the same, I don't know.
So I was watching that Boss Keys video on Metroid Prime.
Yeah.
And it was pointing out what it kind of flaws from in terms of level design when they have to go back and forth to find the power-ups in a what's the word? In a sequential order.
Yeah.
It does it. They said they praised it for how when you reach a dead end, you know to come back to it because it's such a distinctive thing that don't, it's hard to forget. And then it's once you get that power up and it's all right, now I can go back to this thing.
Yeah.
Blah 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 blah. It sounds like Hollow Knight is kind of lacking.
It doesn't have that
feel.
clear...
It doesn't do a good job of stringing you along and knowing where that string goes constantly in your head.
Right. The other one was the in Symphony is the spot where you get the it's where you go and get the silver ring from Maria. You have to get the spike breaker armor to walk through the spikes. And that part, like when you first get there, you get to the spikes, and if you can get there before having any of the power-ups, besides Wolf. I think you do have Wolf at that point. No, either way, you can get there before you have Mist or Bat, and you're like, okay, well, I can't walk into the spikes. That's kind of obvious.
Yeah.
When you get Mist, you try and fly through it if you go back there, and your Mist runs out partway through, so you can't make it all the way through. Even though by the time you start moving a little bit, you can see that Mist passes through the thing. You get to Bat, and you're like, got it, let me go back. You go back, you can't change between Bat to Mist to get through the thing. Like, it just doesn't work.
Right.
You need something that gets through those spikes. What is going to get through those spikes? And you know you're kind of looking for that wherever you go. And it just, Hollow Knight doesn't have that thing. And I don't know, like, I just found myself getting stuck for no reason. Like, I think I kind of found a good path to go on now, but I don't,
I mean, if it's,
I want to like it so bad.
I definitely run into those a lot.
It just,
I think that's why I played through so many games and never finish them.
yeah.
Because it's like, yeah, I like this. And then I find something like, oh, okay.
It's just, it's like almost there. It's just something's not quite, I don't know.
I get that.
But there's, I got to go try it more, I guess. I don't know. But in the meantime, playing through Symphony of the Night again because, you know, it's the best game ever made. It's so good. It's just so good.
Like,
it's just so goddamn good.
Like, I just started it the other day.
Yeah.
But I'm not, like, in it right now. And, I mean, that's just me, obviously.
Let it consume
But-
you.
Yeah, I haven't done, like, a Metroidvania in a while.
Oh,
So-
I'm like,
Last thing was
Unzipped.
was Bloodstain, and I
Yeah.
like kind
well, that's more.
kind of finished that, not really.
I finished the first run through, and yeah. I
Yeah.
started that again on
Apparently, it was
Xbox.
like 3 different
Yeah.
modes or something.
Yeah, once you do the one, and you can do the thing where you kill one of your friends and go through the thing again or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's been my week mostly. I think I'm gonna be trapped tomorrow morning. So I think I'm gonna go back to Order of Ecclesia on my DS.
Ooh.
So we'll see. Well, we're gonna take a break, and when we come back, we've got a good chunk of news, including some updates to Xbox. Right after this. Hey, you know that part at the end of the show when we tell you what to go do? I'm going to tell you right now because I'm excited about our new series that drops today if you like Mondays. And if you don't like Mondays, I don't. The show's still going up. But we've got a new show where we play Overcooked. And it's real good. This is the most fun I've had in a while playing something like that. Like genuine stress and aggravation. Leading to
the best feelings.
those are the best. Yeah, those things equate fun to me. So yeah, check that out on thefreecheese.com later today or now.
What's it called?
If they don't dance. So episode 1 will be up too.
What if they don't dance?
If they don't dance. If they don't dance.
The answer is then they're no friends of mine.
But if they don't dance. If they don't dance. So. We got a litany. Is that a word? Of Valve stories this week. Matt, you doing all right?
We're good.
All right.
We're good.
So this one, not so much a surprise. Kind of heard ramblings, rumblings, bumblings of this. But Richard Garfield left Valve after Artifact was done, which I always kind of assumed that was the case. That it would be. I didn't think he was going to be a permanent, Valve employee. But he and 13 others laid off. Yes.
I mean, we said it last week, right? That the game was on life support.
Yeah.
I think the plug's been pulled.
Yeah. So Richard, the one surprise though is that like Richard Garfield said that he says they weren't surprised by the layoff considering how rocky the launch was.
When it started with a unison boo when it was announced.
Oh, I forgot about that. So he says that they were confident with Artifact, but it became clear it wasn't going to be easy to get the game to where we wanted. So they laid off he and the people he had brought in or that were working on it because their expertise was less valuable after working with Valve closely for more than for more than 4 years. And partly because it will be important for the Artifact team to make decisions more quickly post-launch, which is harder to do with more voices chiming in. So basically, thanks for making the game. Get the fuck out.
He should have just responded with just one sentence for the whole thing.
Yeah.
It just wasn't in the cards.
Man.
Wonder what this means for the iOS version.
Yeah, I'm curious. Is that still spring or is that?
I would have thought they would have like you said. I knew it was going to be there forever, but I would have thought he'd at least be there through that launch.
Yeah,
and then maybe some post iOS like patches and card work and stuff like that.
Yeah,
it's probably not coming.
I doubt it at this point. The next step to try to revive that is free to play, unless you launch free to play alongside iOS.
And then it's like, is it gonna get updated? Is it gonna get maintenance? It's probably won't.
I mean, if they released the iOS version, that would show that there's some kind of team still there.
Maybe.
If, however, they don't, and you're still looking to play something related to Dota on your phone, Dota Auto Chess will be heading to mobile without the Dota part. I mean, it was only a matter of time. And I'm happy that it is the developers of the game doing it and not just a clone.
Tencent.
We knew that they were going to be clones of this, right? It's too popular for it not to. But the fact that they're doing it before and getting ahead of it. So developer Drodo Studio is going to be bringing Auto Chess to mobile. And you can pre-order it if you're in China.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So if you go to their website, there's a couple things you can already do from that website. You can link your Steam account, and by linking your Steam account, it will give you that candy currency for to let you customize your courier.
Okay.
That's something you earn by finishing usually in the top 3 of games. You earn different amounts of candy as well as balancing your rank out or whatever. So you can get candies by just linking. With you linking your Steam account, it will also look into how many games of Auto Chess you have played, and will give you candies based on that.
Oh, cool.
I think I have already hit the highest tier you can hit for that candy, so I'm good there.
Oh my god.
And then the second thing you can do is you can either kind of reserve the app. It's not like a pre-order. You kind of just get on the
reservation
list. It kind of seems like it's
email me when this is ready.
Yeah, a beta code kind of thing.
Yeah.
You can either get it on Android or iOS, and it says that those codes will start coming late March, which we're in mid-March, I would say. So
it's going quick.
Within 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And the other part of it is they are redoing the art for it. Now, you will say that some of the art looks very close to some of the characters or heroes in Dota, like that axe is a very goofier version of Axe in Dota.
Yeah.
So, but it's the same thing that Dota did when it left Warcraft 3. So, it's just
another layer.
Yeah, another.
It's wild.
So this isn't going to be called Auto Chess when it releases?
It's going to be called Auto Chess.
Yeah.
Huh.
So what about?
I guess technically you can do that because it's not an official licensed thing. It's
a mod,
name. Yeah.
So I am gonna mod Auto Chess,
and
I'm gonna make Sudoku Fighters Plus.
Okay.
Heroin no Tendo. It's coming this fall.
Forgot the name already.
Got it.
Yeah, it's there. I already forgot too. Sudoku, Auto Chess, Heroin no Tendo.
Okay.
There it is.
Now they did say that despite them working with that Chinese developer, I forget the name of that developer.
Dragon something.
He's kind of like helping with the publishing arm of it as well. They will still be updating the main Dota franchise. Or
Dragon Nest.
That's it. And they will still be laying out patchwork and builds and stuff for the regular Dota auto chest. And I think that was a very strategically planned announcement because 2 days later they had one of their bigger patches of like the nerfs and buffs and things like that.
Yeah.
You'll see all throughout the week like their because you can see the changelog right in the main menu of auto chest, like how it's set up. Like you'll see pretty much every day they'll be like bug fixes. The one time they're like here's an email to report cheaters, or here's
cool.
The better language translation for English or Russian, like whatever languages they're working on. But then like it seems like about once a week they're doing a major patch where of a buff or nerf heroes, classes, that kind of stuff to keep the game fresh and the meta changing.
Nice.
So yeah, good on them. I did think it was very weird when I launched into auto chess after that announcement. They changed the loading screens to the new art of what's going to be on that mobile game. That kind of took me for a surprise. I didn't know Valve would let them do that, or if they aren't, they're getting away with it for the time period. So
Valve probably doesn't care at this point. I don't really think honestly, I just don't think they're focused on games anymore.
You say that, and then we get a release of Dota Pro Circuit, the app, brought to you by Valve. Don't have this. You don't.
I have this. Of course, I have this.
Well, I mean, that's not a. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like a game. It's just a.
Oh, is it or is it not? Because Mark, in Dota Pro Circuit, the app, not only can you flex your powers of prognostication and make predictions on upcoming Dota Pro Circuit matches, no matter where you are, you can also build your own fantasy Dota team. Don't just watch the DPC. Field your own team of champions in the Fantasy Challenge. Build your roster and compete against your friends. So sign up today, and you'll earn shards based on how well you stack up against Matt.
I was about to say, okay, on paper, this is not a game, but
it is.
In Matt's realm, this is game of the year, and he's going to fight for it.
Don't give him that idea. The fuck?
But the idea was already in my head.
Yeah, like this.
Now I have to do the internal debate. Is this app the game of the year or auto chess?
Like if you could describe.
You're not allowed to buy a phone anymore.
If you could describe Matt with one game, it would be this app.
That's so upsetting.
All right, so
can you even stream the matches to it? Because the screenshots seem to just show the map happening in real time and not an actual match.
So because it doesn't. It doesn't actually show the game. You will still have to go through Twitch. But if you were, like, say, for instance, I was in the Dota 2 client.
Of course, yeah.
Instead of me going around and clicking and, like, kind of interfering with some of the sites, like, some of the UI of the actual game, or if I was just watching on Twitch, per se, and I had no control over the client at all, I could pull this up, see the map real time. Like, there's an actual tournament going on as we speak. It's the Star Ladder Major. For season 9, 11, whatever season they're in. So EG and Keen Gaming are playing right now, but like I can look through and see kill, death, and assist numbers for all of the players on either side. I can see net worth. I can see. I could even see like the draft and how that went beforehand.
And it's all real time.
Yeah. I can see, like, I'm like actually looking through it now for like the first time, and you can see like the change in net worth. Like they just updated the net worth. I don't know who's who though. I don't know what side's Dire or what side's Radiant, but I bet you there was just a fight that just happened because someone just took the net worth lead.
Do you have to be a Dota Plus member to use this app?
No, but you reap the benefits if you are.
Sure. Yeah, right.
Like the shards. When you say the shards, that's that currency you can use to buy. Like the different costumes and stuff like that in Dota. So I could wager the shards I have to earn more, or I think you earn shards by placing so high in the fantasy realm per tournament.
Goddamn.
It's like combined. It's like it's pretty much some of the perks of Battle Pass, combined with that Strafe app I already use. And then
yeah, I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
And that doesn't, and you're kind of good because that Strafe one you were really only using for Dota anyway, right?
So I was hoping to maybe get into Counter-Strike when I was really playing that back in the day, but it was just way too much. You all right over there, Mark?
Do you need contact solution?
Yeah, sorry, I was trying to be discreet about it.
I mean, you're not very discreet when you're plucking your eye around a small table.
Well, I mean, it didn't have to be acknowledged.
No, but I know
checking
that,
on you.
I know that pain.
Yeah.
It was just like getting like, whenever I blink, I can just feel it.
Do you want contact solution?
I don't know if that's the case. I think I just need to change it.
I mean, maybe.
I think it's expired.
But you also shouldn't use water.
Yeah.
It's better than anything
Spit.
else. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I know. My mom used to do the mouth, clean it with her mouth.
Actually, I did that first. I was like, no, water's probably better than my mouth right now.
She had the different contact lenses. She had the gas permeable, or still has, the hard ones. She
Right.
Seems like bacteria nightmare.
No.
You want it? Is it burning?
It's not burning. It's just like
Agitated?
it's just whenever I could just feel it, like it's just not sitting in comfortably.
I can go get you stuff.
I mean, you can wait. We can wait.
All right.
Thank you, though.
Hey, yeah, that's what we do.
Just gonna spilled water all over my leg.
I do want to point out the cool fact that's something that's underrated, especially, but it's useful if you follow Dota. When you look for times of games, you have to pay attention to the fucking time zone they're talking about. The app is just like, all right, upcoming series in 21 hours, this game will start. Or like the next, I think there's tournaments coming up. But it's like in 4 days, like these two teams play. So it's if you see a match coming up, if you're unsure, you can just refer to this, and it'll just tell you like, hey, in 3 hours, that's
cool.
Series is starting.
Couldn't you also just code it to pull my time zone? I feel like that's anyway.
What this?
Not an app developer, just an idea.
I'm happy for you though. That sounds like
I wish I had something like that. That's the.
It's dedication.
You could have it.
No, I'd never.
You can hop on the bandwagon.
I don't.
Look,
it's not the
get
point
on
I'm
it
making.
before the battle pass, so that way you know all the players and stuff by the time TI9 comes around.
The closest thing I've ever followed is like Splatoon or some of the fighting game stuff. But, yeah. Tetris. Some would say it was Game of the Year last year.
Some.
Announced on Ben's birthday, a lot of fucking cool new brand stuff happening, including baby fashion and other stuff. I don't know, there's a lot of stuff. There was this whole press release. Beachwear, fashion savvy apparel and accessories for men, women, and children.
T-shirts, hoodies,
T-shirts.
socks.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much stuff. So if you're looking for Tetris gear, it is out there. The only thing I want is the Tetris Effect soundtrack. That would be nice. Please. Thank you.
Before we move on, you said about Ben.
That's correct.
Mm-hmm. And we said that we think that he's told us that he's recording stuff, so that's why he hasn't been coming to the podcast. I think he's traveling around with Pauly D and just going to all his concerts.
What the hell was that? Side note. We're all still in a group chat. Sent a message the other night because we were playing Payday and my Wi-Fi fucking cut out. Or my router, like, just completely. So I text the group chat, Wi-Fi out. And then Ben responds with a picture. Says, Wi-Fi looks great at the Pauly D concert. The fuck?
That's funny because that's like a few months back, like a couple of my coworkers went to Atlantic City to go see Pauly D.
What the?
Ben was there.
Yeah,
I'm convinced that Ben is traveling around.
Ben is Pauly D. I think that's what.
There it is.
Yeah, that's alter ego.
Wi-Fi is great at the Pauly D concert.
I mean, wasn't Ben living in Jersey for a while?
Yes, he was.
All right. Jersey Shore happened to not be a show now, and he's back. So, oh my god, case closed.
Speaking of back, a couple things coming back. Starting with Turtle Rock. Remember them?
Sure do.
Have they evolved?
Oof, rough. Turtle Rock, game creators behind the aforementioned Evolve, and Left 4 Dead announced its new game Back 4, number 4, Blood, to be published by Warner Brothers. So what is Back 4 Blood? A co-op zombie FPS with new features we aren't ready to talk about just yet.
They're figuring it out.
Is that new feature a Left 4 Dead clone?
Yeah, game's coming out PC, Xbox One, and PS4 as of now, but more possibilities are not out of the question. AKA,
Switch.
We want to put it on Switch, but we don't know if we can. Panic button, what are y'all doing? And yeah, so the Left 4 Dead IP is stuck at Valve because Valve doesn't seem to want to make new video games.
Yeah, no, it's living to its name. It's dead.
Yep. So.
Hey man, they put out a new Dead game and that app, so you're doing fine work.
Yeah. I've seen the initial reaction to this by the majority, which is probably appropriate, I guess, or just natural. You know, everyone rolls their eyes at the name and whatever and the genre. But I feel we're in a state now where kind of there's a lot of everything.
Yeah.
So,
if they make it and it's good, like it will be fine. Like it will be something fun, like another Payday for us to play or whatever.
Like
I'm there.
Like I'm not in the camp of another zombie shooter because I played Resident Evil 2.
Yeah.
Even though it's a remake, it's still another zombie shooter.
I mean, Days Gone's coming in May. Whether you want to buy it or not, it's just another zombie game that's coming out there.
Right, but like that genre doesn't deter me from playing a game exactly.
No, not
like I don't have like the idea there was a point where zombies were. Yeah,
it was oversaturated for sure.
Yeah, but like that's not, and the fact that that's Turtle Rock, I'm liking. Like I can kind of feel like we're gonna be this little indie group.
Yeah.
Trying to make a spiritual successor because we don't have the rights to this title anymore. You know, like your Mighty Number 9 or your Bloodstained or something. But no, this is backed by Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
So you have that budget.
No, yeah, they'll have the money for it. My only like reservation with this is they also had the money from 2K and they made Evolve.
Well, that's also 2K.
I'm just it's just...
And to me, not much great things come from them. For me, not many.
Yeah, you're yeah. But either way.
And you could tell Evolve they were trying to do something, but you could tell that also wasn't there. That
it
wasn't
had the
them.
trappings of it. It was missing something, and I don't know.
So hopefully, with Back 4 Blood, I think the thing I'm most concerned with is that they have memorable characters.
Yeah,
and I don't know if that was Turtle Rock or if that was Valve.
Yeah. When
it came to Left 4 Dead, because I like those characters. I like their interactions. I like the lines and everything. But yeah, I guess we'll see.
Time will tell. Follow the official Discord for more. This is a big one. Rated in Australia, Castlevania Anniversary Collection. That's it. What are you What are you doing? What's wrong?
Why did he even put out the Requiem thing then? We're going to do this.
Don't know. I don't know why they put that thing out to begin with, but I'm fine.
Like, unless it doesn't include, like, all the Castlevanias. That's the only thing I can think of.
Oh, man, I don't know. What would you, if you're putting together a Castlevania Anniversary Collection, what do you put on it?
As much as I can. 1, 2, 3, 4. Was there 5 and 6 on Super Nintendo too?
They didn't number them.
And not on Super Nintendo. There was one on Genesis.
Yeah, Bloodlines is on Genesis.
They probably won't add the 64 ones.
That's I would say like 8 and 16-bit.
It's probably wouldn't be just 2D stuff.
I don't need Castlevania 64. I don't know.
It would be nice just because.
No, my only question is who's doing it? You know, like,
because you probably have all those, right? And then it's like I gave Joe that what if situation where what if it's everything he wants, but it's not the right version that Requiem has because of the dialogue or whatever.
Look, there's probably plenty of employees at Konami doing nothing because they don't make games. You're talking about a company that's not making games. At least Valve has a whole fucking steady income stream because of
Konami
Steam.
has a steady income stream. It's called health insurance, Matt.
Oh, Pachinko. I was gonna say Pachinko machines.
That too.
Super Bomberman R.
No, yeah, they're
that happened.
And there's been an uptick in Castlevania-related media in the last, like,
Zone of
2
the
years.
Enders.
Yeah. No,
That's about it, though.
they're slowly, I don't know.
No.
Anyway, there
That's
was a
what
whole
I
team that Kojima worked with that's probably
Yeah.
looking
all
for
left.
something to
I
do.
think they all went to Kojima Studios. I want, I don't know. I just want them to. I want a good.
You know what? I want the one that was on the Wii.
Oh my God! Yes, the Adventure Rebirth.
I never played that one. I think that's a good opportunity
Yeah.
to get that one out of there.
Because Castlevania Adventures is pretty good. I mean, the music is pretty good. Sorry, I did not mean the game is pretty good. The game is really rough. It's like.
Oh, is it?
The Game Boy one.
Oh, okay.
But that one on
Right,
Wii is a full ass
And
remake.
you know what? That one a bonus. Kind of do what Sonic Mega Collection did, where you have to play the games to unlock more games.
Yes.
I mean, you don't have to do that, but they had Flicky.
Oh yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
spinoff.
Yeah.
I think throw in a Kid Dracula.
Dude, I mean, just give this to who is it? Other Ocean and Digital Eclipse, the people who did the SNK stuff, the Mega Man Legacy Collection. Like if it's that kind of shit.
But this goes with the was it last week's news?
Yeah, the Konami Anniversary Collection. So hopefully, I feel like someone tweeted at Frank Cifaldi and asked him if he's working on these things, and he said no, but I might be wrong. I'll have to find out.
I wonder if they'll add the DS ones on there.
I'd be okay with that. I'd be real okay with that.
I mean, I feel like that could work on modern platforms. The only thing, well,
Some of those touch screen,
yeah. Unless they found a way to like just auto do it, you get past that gimmick. Or like for Dawn of Souls, for example, you always have to make a specific type of sigil to capture them. Maybe it just might auto do it when you beat an enemy. Just
could, yeah.
I mean, the only one you really couldn't do it, like you could ad hoc it easily for Switch or maybe not docked Switch, but portable Switch you could easily ad hoc it.
Yeah.
PS4 you could ad hoc it with that touchpad. Xbox and docked Switch is rough.
The PS4 touchpad is very sensitive too.
Fuck.
Like it would work. Like it's not the greatest thing, as you want to see is necessarily what you're drawing and stuff on the screen, but it would work.
No, I found it. Frank Cifaldi said, despite dozens of pitches over the years and a beautiful business plan, I spent a long time on telling them how we could get all of their games back in print cheaply. No, it is not us working on whatever this is if it's a real thing. Balls. So,
I mean, it would make sense for it to happen. It seems like it's coming back into the picture, to the mainstream, with the Netflix series and little cameos here and there.
You put it out, I'll throw it down. That's what I'm always saying.
But you didn't.
They didn't put it out. That is not Symphony of the Night, Matt.
I'm just saying,
No.
I'll put it out, throw it down. You didn't. You had your opportunity. You missed it.
No, I didn't. Didn't miss it.
I do want to play Rondo of Blood. I never played that.
Another one that's trapped on WiiWare. Because it never came anywhere else appropriately.
Wait, Dracula X is not?
No.
Look, man, sometimes you just have to throw down $60 to throw down $60.
First off, it was 20.
Well, I mean, I'm thinking of myself, like every year, NHL.
Oh, God, no.
Like Clockwork.
No.
That game every year. $60.
Dracula X is like a similar...
Is it not the same game?
It's like... Still stars Richter, but it's not...
Is it like a sequel?
No, it's like one of those things...
What am I mixing up here?
No, you're right. But Dracula X, like... Trying to think of a good equation. It's the same way that, like, Vampire Killer and Castlevania are the same game, but they're not the same game. I don't know if it's a good analogy or not.
No.
Remember back when, like, games would come out on fucking... Like, okay, remember Aladdin for Genesis and Aladdin for SNES?
Yes, they're two different games because of the platforms.
Dracula X and Rondo Blood.
So they both play differently, but it's the same story.
They even take some liberties with the story. Like, it's yeah.
So which one's canon?
Rondo. Well,
Okay.
both, but...
Does one do the whip in multiple directions and one's just straightforward?
Ooh, you know that I don't know the answer to. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Couple more stories here. Dead or Alive 6 Core Fighters Edition out now. That's where you can download it for free and play as one of 4 playable characters. It's a full ass game.
Does that rotate?
No, it's just set.
I don't like those core fighters.
Who was it? Kasumi.
I don't like maybe 2 of them, like Diego and the girl with the headband.
Kasumi, Hitomi, Diego, and Base.
Yeah.
I mean,
which makes sense. That probably makes you want to
Kasumi.
buy the game. It's like, no, I don't like these characters. Like, well then buy the fucking game.
I still think the game's pretty good. So if you're looking for a way to try it, that is out now. PlayStation announced an Alpine Green DualShock 4. Various reactions from y'all in our Slack channel. Got a barf face from Matt. From Marc.
No.
From Marc.
I just like the shade of green. Never been a fan of it.
Got a what'd you say, Matt?
I like that color. The only thing I didn't like the green on the arrows.
They're gold. They look greenish. They look puke green.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I like that design. I like that green.
It's definitely a different looking controller. It reminds me, it's very reminiscent of that PS1 DualShock. Remember that? That translucent.
Seeing that feels translucent would be different, but it's just like a solid. I don't know.
Oh, all right. I remember which one now.
Yeah.
That was more turquoise though, wasn't it?
I'll pull
teal.
I'll pull up a side by side and take a look.
Yeah, that was more blue.
All right, well, fuck me then. You know, goddamn.
Wow.
Last but not least, a lot of Xbox stories this week. First, Microsoft now lets you stream your PC games to an Xbox One and use a controller. Did you try this for Auto Chess yet?
I did not. I forgot about it.
All right.
I will update you next week.
I meant to try it too, and I just didn't. But yeah, so the wireless display app from Microsoft enables support so that you can play Steam games or other titles directly on an Xbox One. You can use a regular Xbox controller to control the remote PC. Yeah, I mean, they even go as far as like saying you can use this to use your Xbox to control presentations. But yeah,
I imagine the game have the controller support. So Auto Chess probably won't work.
Dude, if Xbox had a Steam app.
Dude, you're going back to some weird map predictions from like 2 years ago. Or was that last year? No, that was 2 years ago because we didn't know what the X was going to be yet.
No, yeah.
And I said Steam was going to launch with it.
Yeah, so the app does. Sorry, I just was reading the story a little bit closer. The app does not support keyboard and mouse yet. So if you want to stream your PC games, they must have traditional inputs. But it's slowly like this whole thing with Microsoft, and we'll have some more stories about this in the next 30 seconds. But this whole story they're building is. It's all that play your games wherever the fuck you are. Who gives a shit what you're holding in your hand? Just play a fucking video game. Speaking of which, Microsoft announced Xbox Live for iOS and Android. It's a new cross-platform mobile software development kit that allows developers to bring Xbox Live functionality to games that run on iOS and Android. So achievements, gamer score, hero stats, friends lists, clubs, and even some family settings will be available on iOS and Android. It's called Microsoft Game Stack, and it combines all of their game tools into a single platform. So it's literally giving developers all the tools while they're building for iOS or Android access to stuff like Azure, DirectX, Mixer integration, Visual Studio compatibility, the Havoc engine, and all sorts of stuff.
So whenever it's coming to mobile, it's also coming to Xbox.
Not necessarily.
You just hit the export button.
Oh, save as. Oh, yeah, sorry.
Save as. Yeah.
I thought the engine had to work like that. So Unity. Any Unity game, though.
Yeah. But this is cool. I mean, this is, you and I have talked about it. You talked about it. We've been playing Solitaire because you get fucking achievements. I also downloaded like Wordament back when I got my Xbox. Or I might be wrong with the name of that. But there's like a fucking dumb, it's Boggle. But you get achievements. I downloaded that when I got my Xbox. And I was like back in that ecosystem and I was fucking around with it. It's like, what am I doing? But now the fact that I could play like Pokemon Go and get Xbox achievements theoretically, like
I guess that would give me play that game again.
Or whatever, right?
That's
Like,
fine,
you know, but developers could make whatever. There's, you know, occasionally a game that I'll download and be like, this is cool. And then if I was like seeing achievements pop, that'd be pretty fucking dope. I'd much rather this than all the games that like save your progress by signing into Facebook or something like that.
Game Center.
Right? Well, yeah, but even Game Center had it. I don't know.
I hate that little banner every time.
But it's built into iOS, where like Facebook, I got rid of Facebook over a decade ago at this point. So all that wave of games where it was like sign in and fuck it, like that Final Fantasy game I got into, the Brave Exvius or whatever it was, where I got Ariana Grande as a fucking fighting with Cloud. When I got a new phone, and I set up as new on my new phone. Didn't bring across that progress because it didn't back up to iCloud. You had to save it to Facebook, which I'm not a cop, so can't do it. If I had just saved it to Xbox, that would be I like this. Cool. And then last but not least, is this last but not least? Oh wait, one more. Two more. Hunt Showdown coming to Xbox game preview spring. We have a window now. Last summer, Crytek announced that Hunt was coming to game preview, but we didn't know when, where, or what. Now they've said spring. So whatever that means.
End of May. Got it.
Yeah.
June 19th.
Yeah. I'm excited to play that game some more.
I'll play it some more. Yeah.
I'm excited to play it for the first time.
Ooh. Speaking of the first time, some people might be playing some things for the first time on their personal computers. On this week's episode of Inside Xbox, quite a bit was, no, maybe not quite a bit. It's actually kind of a shorter Inside Xbox comparatively. A lot of the last ones were anywhere, the shortest one I've ever seen from Inside Xbox was about 90 minutes. But on average, all of their Inside Xbox episodes have been about 2 hours. So I was expecting a whole big swath of things. And lighter show this week, but I think pretty
Pre-E3. Can't give away everything.
More on that later. Minecraft coming to Game Pass. So I guess in another effort to make sure that Game Pass looks like, hey, we want all of our stuff on there. Minecraft coming there. I still don't know if I'll try that game. I know you played it years ago. Do you think you'd go back to it now?
I had it on PC before it was officially released.
Right.
And I had it on 360 in its early stages. I have not touched it since. I'd get back into it. Game Pass. Would I buy it? I don't know. But yeah, I'll download it.
Well, April 4th, Game Pass. Halo, the Master Chief Collection, is coming to PC and also adding Halo Reach. Halo Reach. So, wasn't a surprise to anybody. I guess surprised that, yay, it's happening.
Yeah.
Or finally, you said the words out loud that it's for real. But we kind of knew or expected this to be coming anyway. This announcement kind of peculiar to me, though. So, Master Chief Collection coming to PC. But the release is going to be staggered. So they're kind of...
Which is probably, honestly, the best approach.
Okay. My only holdback with it is I kind of saw this whole picture being painted. And I had maybe I let my imagination get the best of me. But the way I kind of saw this trajectory going was by the time we hit E3, the announcement or the messaging would be that they're kind of taking Play Anywhere to the next level, right? Where if you buy it on Xbox or you buy it doesn't matter, just Xbox is Xbox.
Right.
Which, I believe that'll be their next generation of consoles for sure, where it doesn't matter what that box is. Yeah, the box is going to be super powerful and great, or it'll be discless and whatever the fuck they're doing. Who knows? We'll find out at E3. But that whole idea that everything's everywhere, like we started to see that where like the Play Anywhere stuff was definitely the beginning of it. Now the fact that Game Pass was adding all their first party stuff. And then that stuff we started to see with that xCloud. And then what's the other one? There was something else that was like kind of a telltale. Oh, the State of Decay thing being downloaded from the Xbox CDN rather than the...
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Like,
about
that.
All those things started to tell me, got it, Master Chief Collection's coming, and this makes sense because it's all going to be under one umbrella, right? Like, it just made sense that it would happen. This seems like maybe that whole future of clicking the Xbox app on my PC and having all of my library right there ready to go is not so close.
Yeah, like I think that's their goals for sure.
Yeah.
I just think because PC is a whole different beast, especially when it comes to this franchise.
Sure.
Like they even said it, like they want to get it right. Because
Well, that kind of just grounded me a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, hold on, maybe
because when
this
Master
is not
Chief first
so-
released, that was not a good start.
No.
It was.
yeah, no.
It was really bad.
Yeah.
And they were juggling so much.
Yeah.
So to focus on one game at a time, I think that's the smartest thing you could do right now.
I agree.
And to start with a game that hasn't been on anything yet.
Yeah.
And you can share that together.
Yeah, so Reach is going to be rolling out. If you already own the Master Chief Collection, Reach is just being added. If you've been playing Master Chief Collection through Game Pass, Reach is being added. And then on PC, you'll be able to buy you buy them piecemeal, or you can just buy the Master Chief Collection and get everything.
So the multiplayer is free.
Okay.
The story mode and the firefights, which is like the horde mode or whatever, is
Yes.
you have to pay for that.
For just Reach or for
Well, Reach and that are bundled, I
Okay.
think. Because that's like a co-op experience thing.
Got it. So that's coming. As a matter of fact, I was watching some of the Halo Championship stuff this weekend. But I didn't catch. It was meant to be that at that they would detail when this stuff was kind of happening. Let me just double check.
All I
and
saw was
see.
just a later this year thing for right now. But that was before that event.
Yeah.
South by Southwest, whatever.
But then they said they'd be talking more about the PC stuff. So tune in. I mean, that stuff as we're recording is still happening. Yeah, I don't see anything in there. Anyway, pretty cool. They talked a lot about like how they're specifically tuning them for PCs. So you can change your field of view. You can customize it to whatever fucking aspect ratio your monitor's in. You can do all that stuff. This next part was a little blurb that happened during. Did you guys watch Inside Xbox?
I did.
I was like half watching.
That little blurb when they said they were talking about E3, and it was like almost in passing, but they were like, hey, it's no longer the Microsoft stage or the Microsoft booth, it's the Xbox booth. And it seemed like something you just kind of say in passing. And they're like, yo, we'll tell you more about what to look forward to at E3 next month during Inside Xbox. But the fact that they're doubling down on that branding of Xbox, it was something subtle thrown in there, but I feel like this is, again, that idea of just that big cohesive ecosystem they're building.
Yeah.
The next steps in that.
Building a bigger box.
Yeah. The Phantom White Special Edition Xbox wireless controller is coming out April 2nd for $70.
Cool.
I kind of want it, but I kind of like the Phantom Black one better, and I kind of want to. I don't know.
If I get it for free, that'd be dope.
Yeah.
I'm not
That
buying it
little
though.
retweet, yeah. State of Decay 2 is getting a big update called Choose Your Own Apocalypse, March 26th. And DayZ is coming out of game preview. So it'll be full ass release on March 27th. And Dolby Atmos support coming for Xbox One. And then Project X Cloud. Did you see that a little bit?
Yeah.
They showed Halo. They showed Forza Horizon 4 being played on a fucking phone.
It looked a little laggy, but
I wasn't like.
that's like expected, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows? I mean, we're also watching it on a stream, so I don't know how much of that is accurate.
Even the fact that simply
But
she was holding an Xbox controller and playing Forza on a phone.
Yeah.
Fucking dope.
I hope it gets to a point where you don't need a controller, but I don't know how they would exactly do that without trying to look like a PS4 wireless mode.
Did you try that PS4 remote play?
No,
on phones?
Have I tried? Better question is, have I touched my PS4?
I'm gonna do this I'm gonna hand this to you and let you try it. Because it's something.
I mean, it probably works great inside your house, but how great is
does it?
Oh, it doesn't? No. Okay. Then why do you want me to try? I don't want to try it.
Just so you can see the digital buttons.
To be
I've
fair,
seen pictures.
you don't get the best wireless down here.
Horseshit. This is not wireless. It's local. It's connecting nearby, not via, you know what I'm talking about?
It still needs Wi-Fi to talk though.
It's using the wireless card in there, but it's not going through the network on this one.
I mean, I've heard from other people that they tried it from, outside of their house, and it wasn't. They were doing like a JRPG turn-based, like it'd be fine, but it was still like bugging along or whatever.
I've done some stuff sometimes. Oh shit! Did that turn on? Oh, it's coming through my phone. I was like, "Where's the noise coming from?" Anyway, yeah, there you go. Is that the interface?
Jesus.
Yeah.
Or wait, hold on. Flip it.
Oh yeah, or this.
You can't see the screen.
Oh, well, it went away. But does it only pop up? Does it stay popped up when you're playing?
No. Well,
because that was my problem with some mobile games. I don't like that translucent controls thing on my screen. I don't even like my thumbs on the screen half the time.
Yeah.
Unless it's solitaire.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's not terrible. It's just not.
But it's terrible.
Like, I'd rather have a controller.
Vita?
I mean, yeah, Vita. that would.
I don't know. Yeah, I can't imagine many people just carrying around an Xbox controller. Wanting to play Xbox.
Well, the other side of it is that a lot of it, though, is...
Or you make a Switch-like thing where it's the outer casing of an Xbox controller. You just slide your phone in it.
That would be dope. But no, the other thing is, like, on iOS, you're not necessarily going to be able to use an Xbox controller because...
you need that M5
Yeah,
connection.
you need the MFI controllers on iOS devices. You
So
can't
I have to
just
get a Windows
natively...
phone is what you're saying.
They don't exist anymore. You have to buy Android. Well, you either buy one of those controllers or maybe Xbox will make one that's compatible with iPhone.
I was like, was that a dedicated controller or was that just like a hookup?
No, what they were using on that stream was an Android phone.
Oh.
Because Android has no gating for Bluetooth connectivity.
Right.
But iOS devices, you have to connect to.
I wonder if the Xbox SDK would allow that.
I don't know. TBD. Game Developers Conference is this week, so...
I remember talking about saying that they wouldn't have a problem putting Xbox Live on PlayStation, but obviously PlayStation wouldn't want that.
No, that will never happen.
But the fact that Xbox is open to that should say something.
Yeah,
but I'm sure PlayStation Network is also open to the idea of getting that in more places too. But
sure.
Are they?
I mean, they gotta fix their shit first before they can put it anywhere. But like, if they were given the opportunity to put PlayStation Network on Xbox, I think they would put more resources into making that happen.
Yeah. I think that's everything. I'm scrolling through real quick to see if there's any update on that Halo stuff, and right now, no. But I guess in the coming hours, something will pop up. What else you got? Anything?
I watched the South by Southwest stream for Sonic.
That's the one. Yeah, tell me about that. Wait, Matt. Actually, could you tell me? You saw it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got more lore on Sonic. He's
Marc.
from Nebraska. He put a corn dog up his asshole, and that's why he likes them.
It's
a
chili
dog.
Yeah, corn dog, and then he spewed it out, and it was chili after that, and then he ate that. You know, the deep lore. I'm here to supply the lore for Sonic from here on out.
Mark, what really happened at South by Southwest?
No, that's exactly what.
Oh, good.
No, they showed more for Team Sonic Racing. More so the customization on it.
Cool.
The cars look really nice.
Yeah.
You can the different color schemes, the details, the decals, all that seemed pretty neat. They didn't show a lot of gameplay per se, but they were really focusing on the features of it, and like it feels like watching it. It felt like I would like, yeah, all right, Sega All Stars, but I could see where the love went into this game with more of the customization of the vehicles and how that affects everything versus just having multiple characters and like a certain perk thing.
I said Danica Patrick.
I miss Danica Patrick.
I still wish there were more characters than just Sonic, but
yeah. But alongside that, they've also announced a little companion series similar to Sonic Mania.
Cool.
Sonic Mania at Sonic Mania Adventures. There's nice little animated shorts. They're doing the same thing with this called Team Sonic Racing Overdrive.
Cool.
The characters are still silent, but it has the same kind of humor. First episode is already out.
Nice.
They got to watch it on the stream. It's like 5 minutes.
Good.
It's really good. They showed a lot of love. They kind of showed everybody almost in that one. In that one episode, so it was a nice way to, I guess, introduce everything if you're new to it, I guess.
So for Matt to catch up, he could.
Sure.
Yeah.
They some.
When's that racing game out? Sorry.
May 21st.
That's too far away.
I think it's May.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. It just seems like an eternity.
Yeah, because it was supposed to be out last holiday, and then it got pushed for this.
It's alright, as long as it's good.
Other than that, they showed off some music stuff, whatever, some new merch, and they announced that a new Sonic game is in production, like a new main line. That's all they said.
What do you think it is?
Of course, I would want Adventure 3, but at the same time, I feel like that's not going to be it. I know it's not going to be. I don't want another generation / Forces. I don't want both versions of Sonic meshing together again.
Yeah,
right
no,
now.
no, no.
That needs to give it a rest.
I think they need to. I'm hoping that Christian Whitehead, that studio that he founded, is working on Mania 2.
Yeah. And
that Team Sonic is working on.
I don't know. I don't know at this point. It could be anything.
Maybe
I don't want to get my hopes up.
I could see it being Adventure 3 though. They seem very
whatever it's called.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're gonna go back to basics.
Yeah. I think they kind of have to after that last one.
Yeah.
Didn't do so hot. What a fucking whiplash, man. Just like, whoa, I can't believe this game's good. Ready for Forces. Heck, that's gotta be.
That was not.
We're still gonna play it. Don't forget.
I know.
We gotta make our own custom characters.
I know.
Yeah.
You put that Sonic shirt on it, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's free DLC.
Oh man, that's so upsetting.
It's almost as good as the Switch shirt on the Wii U port of Breath of the Wild. That's the name of that game. Couldn't think of it for a second.
Pretty good. Cool. Well, there it is. Don't forget, this week on the website, you can check out If They Don't Dance, episode 1. And we've got Combo Breaker, episode 6, featuring Dead or Alive 6. How fitting is that?
Not planned. Or was it?
I know what I'm doing.
Okay.
Everything has intention, right? Yeah, follow us on Twitter. The Free Cheese is at Some Free Cheese. Marc is at _mental. Matt is at MattyIce131. I am at The Free Cheese. What did we put up last week? We put Ape Out up. You can go look at that if you're curious what that game is. Another Combo Breaker. You can get caught up on FCW still if you missed that. That's on the website, front and center.
I think that's it.
Yeah. But things are creeping along. Doing good. That's it. TheFreeCheese.com podcast. TheFreeCheese.com is our email address if you want to let us know if you've been to a Pauly D concert and if you've seen Ben at more than one of these, maybe on, in, or around the stage. Maybe behind it. Until next time, thank you, Marc. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, listener, for listening. We'll see you next week.